there's a reason for that.
think I'm reading it right now.
Because I have it right here. Like, what do you like? I know. Everyone, shut up right now because I know exactly what I'm getting when I look at this cover. And I'm not mad about it. I'm happy with it. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're okay, ready?
Yeah.
And we're just some podcast. Why didn't you do it?
I thought you said that we weren't doing it. I thought we were doing that. I thought you were doing it with me. Oh, and we're just some podcast. Well, I don't know if we can.
But hey,
be
look
on this one. Oh, so cute. I love that.
My new Lottie's Girl merch.
It's so cute. It looks so
Isn't it
cute.
fun?
Freaking love it.
And then I have.
Oh, very cute. Love.
Dr. Pepper's inside. Not sponsored.
Oh, we're sponsored by Dr. Pepper now, just so everyone knows.
I love Dr. Pepper. I love anything Dr. Pepper. I'm a Dr. Pepper gal. And Carolyn is a Coca-Cola girl.
I am, but did I tell you I had to stop drinking it because it gives me migraines? Isn't that crazy?
Oh. You did not
I
tell me.
know. Yeah, so I can't drink it anymore. So I'm a nothing.
I also, I don't know if it is coming on camera, but I woke up this morning with my voice was like kind of gone, and Mom was like, "What's wrong with you?" It's
It
like,
does
"Oh,
sound like your
Mom."
voice is kind of gone. I screamed
Yeah.
out my voice on Saturday night because I was at a bar and it
Yeah,
was loud.
dude. I think that's what
And,
happened.
yeah, because I'm literally yelling to talk to the person next to me, and you guys were saying this is fun.
Who's having fun? I'm not having fun. I did have a question for you. I've been thinking about this a lot
Ooh, dude, ask
because
away.
we watched the Avengers movies together,
You
right?
did.
And we watched the Civil War one also together.
We
Okay.
did.
Someone was like, you can tell a lot about a person which side that they would be on, Captain or Iron Man. Now, Iron Man is my favorite superhero, but it makes every situation difficult. So do you have a side?
I feel like I need to watch them again. Like, it's
It's
been
like,
since I watched them when we watched them together that I've
yeah.
seen Civil War. I might have watched Civil War again when I was watching all of them up to Endgame way back when.
Yeah.
But
Well, because Iron Man's thing was that they need to take accountability for all the stuff that they done. And so they were basically signing themselves away to the government. And then Captain America was like, no, let's not do that.
dude, I gotta watch it again
It's so good. It's
because
really
I don't
good.
know. I don't know,
I know.
dude. I don't know why
I mean,
people
I
didn't like
know.
that movie. I loved that movie. I thought it was so good. I don't know why people didn't like that one. Like, it's not as good
I
as the first one. Oh, it's a little bit darker.
I remember after watching it, I didn't like it, but then I watched it again. I think the reason why I didn't like it at first, because I do like it now, was because it was hard to watch. Because,
It is. It is rough. It's sad.
yeah, it's sad because these two characters who kind of started to get along are now fighting, and you have to pick a side. And I always pick the side
I
that
miss
Ant-Man's
those.
on.
I miss those old movies a lot because they were so well written and well fleshed out. And
hmm
also, Spider-Man's on Iron Man's side. Like, how can I not be, you know?
And you
But
got
anyways,
the witch.
yes, her introduction, great. So y'all, last week we talked about fan fiction. And
We did.
specifically, Maddie dove into her werewolf obsession at
I
that
did.
point in time. Okay.
I did.
At that
hmm
time, it's still very much alive, and that's beautiful and that's amazing. So today we will be
It is.
we will be exposing ourselves actually. And we will be talking about the book Bride by Ali
Yes,
Hazelwood.
by Ali
And
Hazelwood.
we're gonna make our book of the month this really fun mystery book that my mom recommended. Hey, we're gonna read that. It's gonna be a
It's
minute.
gonna be
We are
February,
so busy right
April,
now
but
that
April
we
book
didn't
of
have
the month.
time. Yeah, so come back in April for that one. Today we'll be discussing the book that I pretend I didn't read and tell people I didn't read. And I'm gonna be exposing myself by reading it. We read it, and hey, I loved every moment of it.
Yes.
It was like those books that those who won't admit it, whatever, do you deal with your own
Mhm.
shit? It was like those books on Wattpad that everyone read. Okay, except for that
I
it's like written
yeah,
by an like a author. You
yes.
know? So it's like
Yes.
well written.
I was very much like werewolves? Sign me up. I don't care who knows that I read these books because I love these books
They're
because
so fun.
I was and I still am a huge Twilight fan. And I do love Ali Hazelwood because I love her humor that she writes in books. And I think
Oh,
she writes really well.
I love her.
And
I
I
love the
think
way that
she
she writes.
writes yeah, and I think she writes like angsty very well, like enemies to lovers. Like I think she does that really well. So when I saw she came out with this book last year, I immediately picked it up and I read like the first chapter or two and I was like, Carolyn, I don't know if this is your thing, but
No,
please
hilariously,
look.
I believe it was even before that because you had told me it was coming out and you were
Oh
like,
yeah, you
I
might be
know you're
right.
not gonna want this isn't your style at all, but I'm gonna read it, whether you read it or not. And I was like, dude, that sounds awesome. Like I'm just gonna
Mhm.
read this book.
Yeah.
And we both read it in like 2 days. We were texting back and
Yeah, it
forth
was
while we were
so
reading it.
good.
And
So basically, for those who don't know, Bride by Ali Hazelwood, it's an arranged marriage. Don't remember why. I can't remember the reason why they had to get married. But it's about Misery, who is a vampire, and she has to marry Lo, who is a werewolf, the alpha. And it's their whole thing, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I don't care what anyone says.
it is. It
I
was
love
great.
it.
I read it in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You
Yeah.
know, when you pick up a book and you're like, cool, I'm just gonna stay up until 4 a.m.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those
Yes. Another reason why we picked this book is because the second book to the series comes out next year. Is it next year?
225 days, my guy. Well, that's what the post said. I don't know when that post was. I just read that immediately because I was looking up
But
because
you
I was
did
like,
text it to me because you were like, "Did you see this?" And I was like, "I did see it." I saw it like 10 minutes after you sent it, or before you sent it. Um,
223 days.
October 7th. So this year, that's fantastic.
This one.
But when I was looking this up on Goodreads, like the rating is interesting. Like a
And people
lot of
don't
people
like
were
it.
rating. Well,
Let me look it up.
I trust Haley Pham with my life. Now, I don't know if a lot of people watch Haley Pham, but I've been watching her for years. Okay, I'm an OG Haley Pham. Haley, if you're listening to this, I love you. Okay, I watched that video when you bought Spock. Okay, I am a true fan. But anyways, she in the last 4 something years she became like a book YouTuber and she read this book and she loved it, but I remember her posting about it and I was like, it's good, then I'm gonna read it, and she did rate it 4.5 stars. So again, I would trust Haley Pham with everything.
Bro, I
But yeah, a lot
she's
of people like
wonderful.
rated this differently. She does have a cover.
Yeah, the new cover
It's
is kind of cute. It's
beautiful.
really
It's
cute. It's very
beautiful.
different.
Green is
It's
my
very
favorite
different.
color. I love green. Um,
I really
girl,
like the new
this sounds
covers.
like my cup of tea.
Which one?
Okay, mate. This sounds so good. Oh, it's about Serena. I love Serena. Serena is a character in this book, so she's so sick. But I do want to say
13.
one thing about this book though, because so that was aggressive the way you said
Not you.
what?
Sorry, just two-step
Oh, okay. I
verification.
was like, fine. No, I don't have to talk about it. No, it's fine.
No,
It's
because Maddie,
fine.
you know when you were trying to log in as me to do stuff on my, which she does, and I let her,
What is it?
um, when you were trying to do that and it kept blocking you from going, oh, and then I log into my email and guess how many people are just logged into my Google? Like 4 people in random different states. And where was the two-step verification then? But when it's
Shake.
me on my own damn laptop in my own damn apartment, They're like, don't think it's
The guy
you.
in the guy in Washington, he really convinced Google. But it
Yeah.
was so funny because she texted me and she's like, "Hey, like," she's like, "It's okay, like if you did this, because I know because she bought she bought the print
Yeah, I
Princess and
pay
the
for
Pauper.
YouTube.
She pays for
Yeah,
YouTube.
and I have and Pride and Prejudice is free on YouTube right now.
Yes,
And
it's also
I
on
have Princess and the
Peacock.
Pauper. So I'm like Maddie, you can always go on my YouTube
Yes.
and do
And
whatever.
so,
Watch no
but
ads.
I had to use her email, okay? And so she texted me and she was like, "Hey, like I know that you use my email sometimes, but have you been watching these videos?" And I was like, "I have no idea who that is, to be honest with you." So it was not me. And then she went down a whole rabbit hole of like this weirdo in Washington is using your account. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Carolyn. I wish it was me.
some person. No, and what was funny is they were only watching Neil deGrasse Tyson interviews, and that's beautiful. And I was almost like, oh, that's fine. Do whatever you want.
I think
Except
you would
for
know if
it's
it,
my account and I don't know you. Get off my account.
yeah.
And then the other person was watching construction videos that were
Yeah.
obviously AI generated. So then I'm like, is it a robot on my YouTube? It was very funny and pisses me off. So,
Yeah.
but I
I think
did
you would know
finally
if it
make it
was
to
me.
Goodreads.
Nice. I think you would know if it was me though if you saw like police interrogation videos, because that's what I watch on YouTube. I am a true crime lady. Okay? And I think those videos are really interesting, okay? I don't want to hear no judgment. Okay, I know I'm not the only one out there who watches these videos. But okay. For those who don't know anything about Bride by Ali Hazelwood, I will give you these tropes, okay? He falls first. Big one, okay?
Best.
Best one. Carolyn, this next trope, I know she only likes it if it's done correctly. It is fated mates. Okay?
Yes. I get really mad when there's
It's really
17
bad.
of them. When there's one, beautiful.
Yes, beautiful.
Great.
We have found family, okay? Fantastic. Because everyone hates her because she's a vampire. Love it. And then they all get warm to her. Love it. Love it. Okay. We have enemies to lovers. Of course, it's a vampire versus werewolves. Or you're like, expecting everyone to be buddy buddy. Like, what the frick? Anyways, then we have dual point of view, which is fine. It's
Hey,
not my
you know
favorite.
what? And
It's
it's
not my
fine.
favorite.
But
It's
and
fine.
every time I'm like, no. The second, the second they switch point of views because something happens and then suddenly it's a guy's point of view, I'm eating it up. I'm like,
Yes.
gosh, we're gonna find out he likes her. We're about to find
Mm-hmm.
out. We're about to find
Mm-hmm.
out he's got a thing for her. We're about to find out right
Oh
now.
yeah. Also,
And
what I
that's
really
beautiful.
liked, another trope is, well, I want to say possessive of her, but like not in the way where you're creeped out. Like more in the way of, hey,
That's my
if you
wife.
that's my wife. That's my wife, dude. Like if you're gonna like do that, then like you're gonna have to get through me first, but also she can take care of herself because she's pretty tough. You know? Like he's only protective when he needs to be. So protective over possessive. That's what I meant to say. Yes. Supernatural, obviously. We know that in the first 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Supernatural.
And we've always known.
And we've always known. Carolyn has always said that, and she always will.
And I'll stand by that.
She stands by that. Um, I loved everything about this book.
I think it's so fun. And I'm reading a Goodreads review right now that's really funny
Yes. What's
because
it
it's really
say?
negative, and I think it's really funny. So this is the very first, if you're on Goodreads, it's the very first review that's on there. I don't know why. I don't know how
Let
that
me
works. I
see
don't know if
this.
you like promote whatever. I don't know how you end up top of the list. Probably by how
Mm-hmm.
many people liked it. Um, so this was posted a long time ago. Okay, when the book came out. And then it
Mm-hmm.
was recently updated, and it's
Okay.
really funny. The update's hilarious. The update is this lady getting mad that people didn't like her review. And that's really funny. First of all, if you're posting that, that's really funny. And if you're posting that you're mad that people disagreed with you, that's also funny. And this is the most bitter review I've ever seen in my life.
Hmm.
Like this is like when you're on
Yeah.
Reddit and the person's like, "Am I the asshole for?" And then they've done the worst thing you've ever heard in your life. And then they're like,
Yeah.
"Guys, you just don't have the full story. We got the full story from you. It was your perspective." So we
Yes.
do, yeah. So that's what this is giving, okay? And this is really funny. I'm just gonna read a few excerpts from here. The cover is giving 2013 Wattpad. Yeah, why you think I
That
picked it up?
there's a reason for
I
that.
think I'm reading
Because
it right
because
now.
I have it right here. Like what do you like I know everyone shut up right now because I know exactly what I'm getting when I look at this cover. And I'm not mad about it. I'm happy with it. I know that we have a vampire and a werewolf who's obsessed with her. I know what I'm getting with this.
I just think people pick up books that they wouldn't
These
like, and
fools.
then they're like, I can't believe I didn't like this.
Like,
Yeah.
hello? Are
Yeah.
you
Did you read
drunk?
the back before? And like, that's totally fine. You can have a bad review. I just think it's funny that then she got mad at other people for being mad about her bad review.
You know what's
Um,
you know what's funny though is that when I was reading some of these reviews, I didn't notice a lot about the spice. Like everyone's like, "Oh, the spice was done really well." Hey, I'm not one for spice, but the spice in this book was interesting. Like the kind of spice where I really don't want to read this spice because she's making it very clear that he's in fact a werewolf,
yeah.
you know?
It's giving
Like I would
bestiality, you know?
and I was like not into it. I'm skipping all these pages. I usually do skip the pages, but
It's
it's
giving like a felony. It's giving behind bars. It's like,
it's giving
oh,
behind
no, that's how
bars.
I felt too. I did also feel this when people are like, it was so tasteful. I'm like, the furry community is going crazy over this book.
I kept picturing furries. I was like, I'm just like in a
Like,
land of
no.
furries.
I was like,
Hey,
no, actually, that's the
and if
chapter I'm
if you're
skipping.
a furry who's listening to this and you're taking offense, good.
I was about to say, as you should.
As you
Because,
should.
yeah. And you know what?
It's just weird.
Guys,
I'm sorry.
the one-star review is so funny. And I literally wouldn't be picking on her if she hadn't then been like, guys, I can't believe everyone's mad at me for having an opinion. Okay, chill out. Like, if you're gonna post something negative online, don't be surprised when people are negative back. How about that,
Yeah.
freak? She writes a lot, guys. It's a long review. But like what I get, and she says this at the end, okay, I'll give her credit. She says, like, I don't really like this author, and I haven't. So like take this with a grain of salt.
Where is it?
Someone's review was woof woof. That's it. That's great. People just don't like this. There's some of the one-star reviews are really funny. Um, and I don't know. I don't know what people expect. I think if you read the back of the book, you would know exactly
Carolyn,
what.
hold on. Have you seen that video? We were talking about furries and it made me think about that news video about how there was like a furry convention and the fire alarm went off because there was like a gas leak or something.
Did everyone start barking? Did everyone
No,
start barking?
just like look at the just wait. Like look at he just standing there.
That's so funny. And like, I don't want to make fun of people when they're in their own space doing their own thing, which obviously this was that
No,
space,
but I just had to
but
show that
that's
to you.
hilarious.
I
Um,
just had to show that to you. I'll probably
no,
cut it out.
I
I
saw it.
could
Okay,
not
this
stop
two-star
laughing.
review, really funny by Chloe. Hey, loved your review, Chloe. Um,
Love Chloe.
her
I don't know who
review
she is.
says the spice alone, 0 stars, jail.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I this she said the spice was not it. Was miserable to read. I agree with that. I did not enjoy like I skipped it.
Yeah.
But that was like my only negative part. I really enjoyed the book. I thought the story was fun. I don't know,
What?
guys. I don't know what to tell you. When you pick up a book with that cover and with that what it's about, if you don't like what it's about, that's fine. But that's if I wasn't, I wouldn't be picking up that book.
This girl, she said I DNF'd at page 229. That means she had this many pages left to
Oh,
finish.
I'm reading that one too.
Hello?
She said, if the characters in the book were not taking the story seriously, how could I? I feel like it's funny. Like
It's a
honestly, also that's
rom-com.
also very Ali Hazelwood. So if you don't like her style, that's fine. But I think she makes fun of a lot of the tropes and stuff that are in books. So she'll use them in an
Yeah.
ironic or funny way. And I think that's
Yeah.
funny because then I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a funny book that I'm not like, this is the best book I've ever written. Or this is the best fantasy. This is the best
Yeah.
like it's a werewolf book, dude. It's
It's
kind of a
also her
joke.
it's also her first fantasy, like she's trying to have fun with it. And
And I think
the
it's
thing
really
is
fun
like,
and silly and funny.
yeah, like she didn't take the vampire werewolf trope seriously, and I'm
No,
glad she didn't.
she makes fun of it a lot, and that's what's so fun
Yes.
about it.
Yeah. These people don't get it.
This is turning
These
into an
fools don't
Ali
get it.
Hazelwood sympathizers
Ali, I love
podcast.
you. I had to read a couple of her books for one of my internships. I was hooked. I was like, she's so good. Like, I don't know why. I was like, because at that time I didn't have TikTok, and I was like, I don't know why no one else is reading her books. And then I go on TikTok, and I was like, oh, everyone's reading her books. I'm just late to the game. I'm just late, and
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
think I think they're really fun and funny and silly, and I've read quite a few of them, and I would agree with the I would agree with the bad reviews if people knew what they were getting into. Because it's like if you know
Yeah.
what you're getting into, yeah, it's silly, it's funny, it's goofy most of the time. Well,
Hmm.
it's making fun of the way that tropes are written and stuff. It's very 2014, but that's why
Yes.
we love it. Like it's so funny and fun
Yes.
and
So
reminds me of
now she just
yeah.
needs to do a mafia because I would eat it up.
And you know she would. Dude, Ali Hazelwood, if
And
you're
she
listening, do a Mafia
would.
because those are so funny.
It'd be
And
so funny.
okay, this is a really good review, actually. This is a 3.5 review by Courtney, who's
Okay.
currently inactive.
I
Miss you,
love
Courtney.
Courtney.
Miss you, Courtney. And she
Hmm.
says Ali Hazelwood is obviously a Twilight fan. Yeah,
Duh, everyone is, except for
love
Carolyn,
that.
because she's never seen
Love
it.
that, Courtney.
Um,
Haven't. No, only the first one. But yeah, everyone's reviews that are bad usually are about the spice in it, which hey.
hey, I get it. Which is crazy because I never found any, so I probably just didn't go down further enough. No, but guys, I think if you're into werewolves and you love a silly, goofy rom-com, I really think you guys should pick up Bride by Ali Hazelwood.
Oh, it's
Is
just super silly. It's
It's
so
a
fun though,
guilty pleasure,
for sure.
um, for sure.
Not
Like
one that I'm
I
advertising. Oh, and now it's everywhere on the internet. That's fine.
it's funny because I was reading this book downstairs, and so, but usually I read on my Kindle, so like no one really knows what book I'm reading, and they don't ask questions. But when I was doing this
And you better
downstairs,
not. You don't want to know the answer.
they're just like,
Is that a
"Girl,
little
what is
freak
that?
book for a little freak? Yes.
Are
And
you
I'm reading it.
calling me a freak?
I literally read the
You
book.
freak."
I literally read the
You know
book.
what's funny though is the other day I was on the phone with my mom. And she was saying something, I don't know what she was saying. And I was just like, Mom, you're being kind of a freak right now. And she went, Don't call me a freak. And I said, Mom, I'm kidding. She goes, I know. But I was just so taken off by it.
It's so funny because that is always the first reaction I get. Because I call people freaks
Yeah.
usually with love,
Hmm.
compassion, and
Yeah.
kindness.
I
But
called her a
usually the
freak
first time I call them a
yesterday.
freak, they're like, "What?
Hello?
What?
I
Get
know. The
with
other
it."
day, when I was at the birthday party the other day, we were talking about an old customer and how he was doing some weird things. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's such a freak. And then my old coworker, she started laughing. She's like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. And I was like, Well, I was well, yeah, it is. Thank you. Thank you so
I know my friend Hannah's like, I've started calling people freaks now. I said,
I mean, he
carry on,
was being a
soldier.
freak. I'm not. I was like, he's being a freak. No, but yesterday when I picked up my mom from the airport, she was doing the Gail thing. Okay, Gail's a busy lady. She was on her phone texting. Like, she was like, okay, we have to do this, we have to do this, whatever. And I pull up and she doesn't see me. So I roll down the window. I'm like, there's like people behind me. I'm like, Mom! And she doesn't look, and I was like, Gail! And she went, huh? And I get out of the car, and then I like walk over to her, and she's like typing on her phone aggressively, and I was like, come on, we gotta go. And she goes, wait, just 1 second, I have to finish this email. And I said, that's not how the airport works. So like I grabbed her bags, I put them in the car. I was like, just get in the car, we gotta go. And she's like, okay, okay. And then she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna call. And then she called, and I was just like, that was so hectic. Mama, you're being a freak right now. And she's like, I know, I'm so sorry. She was on a plane for how many hours? Like I get it. She's crazy.
That's so funny.
Saw how the airport works, Ma. You can't just be like, 1 second, let me finish this email. As I'm like standing on the sidewalk.
The funniest thing one to me is when I call someone a freak and they assume I mean it in like the sensual context. Because I'll be like, stop
Oh,
being a freak. And they're like, whoa.
like, no, not
Oh,
that
you
kind of
think I mean it
freak.
that way? Then you are a freak. Then
You're
take
being
it
a
to heart.
freak. If you're saying that right now, you're a freak.
Yeah,
Weirdo.
I love calling people freaks. It's so funny. They're never expecting
Um,
it. They're never ready for it. They're like,
the freaks in this book were great.
because it's like if you call someone like a swear word, they're like, call them a freak. They're like,
They're like, you can't say that. You can't say that nowadays. I can do whatever the hell I want. We
you can't say that nowadays. Gosh, dude, 20 years from now, these videos are gonna be taken down for freak usage.
I like to say that was freakish activity.
I
I
was
like to
talking,
say that one. But like that was freakish
you're not
activity.
a freak, but you're acting like one right now. You know?
Yeah, this freakish activity. You're being a freak.
But yeah, Bride is silly, guys. It's very silly. And if you take it as that, if you like comedy in your writing, some people don't. Like, I get that. Sometimes, like for me, if I'm reading fantasy, I usually don't want it to be funny. Like, I usually want it to be serious. Um,
Yeah.
and so I totally get that. But like, if you like serious, don't read Ali Hazelwood. Because like even I that's why I get the ick from Sarah J. Maas, is because she
Hmm.
has humor in the books and I don't like it. Like I'm like I want to be in the world and like
Yeah.
there's serious stuff happening. I don't want to be taken out by little giggles.
Hmm.
Okay? No, I'm
Like if you're
focused.
if but yeah, this is like more for like the people who love the silly side of like who
Yeah.
don't want to read a serious supernatural book. If you want to read a serious quote unquote serious vampire book, then read Crave by Taylor Wolfe. No, Tracy Wolfe, because that girl is a freak and she wrote like 8 books about vampires. So if you want that, then go for that. But you're
And
not
see,
gonna get
to
it
me,
here.
and I'm not trying to hate. I don't know if I could take a serious vampire book seriously. I would think, like, I feel like for me as a reader and for my preferences, it would have to be a funny, silly joke. Because otherwise, I'm
Yeah.
reading it and I'm like, I'm not taking it seriously. Unless it's like,
Mm.
what do you call, what do you call it, Betty?
What?
What do you call Nosferatu? What do you call it? Makes me laugh every time. Nosu Frotsu or something.
Don't say it like that anymore because
Oh, I
you
wish you would say it
made
the
me
other way. It's
feel
so funny.
horrible about myself. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Oh
just
no! I think it's so funny. Or it's like Dracula, or it's like something where it's like scary thriller, then yeah. But if it's a romance, dude, it better be goofy. Cause ain't no way I'm taking that seriously. Ain't no
yeah.
way once a month you full moon happens, what do we do?
On.
That's hilarious. And if it's serious, it best be like once upon a time serious where I think it's funny. Where it's like I'm not taking this seriously at all, For
Natsu
vampire werewolf.
Fatsu.
Natsu Fatsu, that's what it was. Oh, so
Natsu
funny.
Fatsu. Yeah, Natsu Fatsu. It's like a Boston accent. Natsu Fatsu. you know?
Yeah, you guys see that?
And
My husband saw it and he was like, "You'd hate that. It's actually really scary." I was like, "Well, wasn't
yeah, I
gonna
don't
watch
want to
it."
watch it. I'm not gonna watch.
No,
I
I
kind
get
of do
scared way too
though.
easily. I
I
get
kind
scared
of want to
hearing.
watch it.
I like part of me does, but I also hated, I don't know. Here's the thing. First of all, I
Hmm.
can't stand gore. I get sick. I can't do it. It sucks. Can't watch gore. I like get physically ill. Um,
Yes, I love it
and
sometimes.
I
Sometimes.
also hate watching things that are like overly spicy. I don't like it. And I have heard spoilers from Natsu Fatsu that I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna enjoy that film.
Yeah.
And my friends always say this when it comes to films like that. They're always like, you would love it for the art of film and how like cinematography is and like how the art
Yeah.
style is like it's beautiful. And I'm like, that's great. And then I hate like half the
Yeah.
content in it. It makes me so sad. I'm like, why can't we have like, okay, Maddie, don't get mad. But that's why I love the Batman because it was like an art house Batman movie. Like it was just
Yeah.
so beautifully done. And I was like, I can enjoy this thoroughly. Because it's not, I'm like, and Penguin was that way too, but Penguin was it's a little bit hard to digest at parts. There's some
Hmm.
rough
Yeah.
episodes.
Hey, I love that for you.
Thanks.
No, I do agree. It like from the shots I've seen of Batman, it's like
It's a beautifully
stunning.
shot film. It's shot
Yeah.
by the same cinematographer that did Dune. So it's just
Yeah.
beautiful.
You know what vampire movie is really good?
Pride and Prejudice. Oh, that's zombies.
That's Zombies,
Pride
you
and Prejudice
fool.
zombies is actually zombies.
No. Did you No, I'm not gonna say it. All right,
No,
I'll say
go
it.
for it. No, no.
Have you ever Okay, well, there's
Have
two.
you ever seen My Babysitter's a Vampire?
Hey, no, season two of that show. Season two when the bad guy bites the dude. Hey, I was taken back.
Guys, Buffy the Vampire Slayer till
That's a
death.
great
Loved
watch.
that
Buffy the
show.
Vampire. No, have you seen Abraham Lincoln? Vampire Killer? Vampire Hunter?
No.
I don't know if it's still good, but I used to like it as a kid. Also, Vampire Academy. It was a book series. Have you ever seen that one?
No. Was it made into a show or was it just books?
It was books, and then they made a movie. The movie
Sometimes I think
was
you forget how
not
much
successful.
filtered the stuff was that I was able to watch as a kid. Like it went through
I
two
know.
parents and my older sibling, my older brother being like, that sucks, don't watch that. So that's
I
three
know.
people
And
before
then I'm
I
over
got
here
to
like,
decide.
I just watched this. Yeah. No, but Vampire Academy, it was, I mean, it depends on who you ask. It was not successful at all. Like, it was very different from the book, but it was an age gap. And that was the first book that I read that had an age gap. But he was a vampire, so it made sense.
Oh, right. It's fine if he's 1,000 years old, but not if he's 38 and she's
Yeah, but
20,
he
you
was so,
know?
like, because, like, in the, I
Dude,
can't remember about the book, but
IMDb
dude.
rated this so low.
No, dude, the way they make the vampires is so weird. It's
Whoa,
so
whoa, whoa,
weird.
whoa. They remade it, dude. You know this?
Did they really?
In 2022.
But it's like vampire like royalty. Like it's like this girl, she's a human or no. Yeah, I think she's a human.
Dude, yeah, it's
And
on Peacock.
she's she's a bodyguard for a vampire royal princess girl. And they go back to her school, but her whole family was like just murdered. And so
Hmm.
they've been in hiding, and the love interest for the bodyguard is like he's like a
Okay, wait, this is crazy.
what?
So
What?
Vampire Academy came out in 2022, the remake. It's TVMA.
Huh?
Yeah, because
What do you mean?
you're talking to me about it like it was a YA novel.
It
It's
was.
it's TVMA in this. I don't know if it got canceled.
What
Let's
do
look
you
it up.
mean?
It came out in 2022. It is now 2025, so it's definitely
What?
possible. Yeah,
MA?
it's
Huh? I read
guys,
this in middle school.
please. Please stop, guys,
Dude,
please.
I read this in middle school. What do you mean MA?
Oh, and it was canceled. Wah. It got 6 out of 10 stars on IMDb.
Because it wasn't good, dude.
Yeah, because why
Probably.
the hell are you making a
I
YA
didn't watch
novel
it. No, I didn't
TVMA?
watch it.
Why the hell you make it?
Yeah,
And you know what
age
I think is
range,
cool?
age range over 12 or 13. Like it's supposed to be
Huh.
for like tweens, like
So what are we
teenagers.
doing? So what are we doing? What are we doing with this? And you know what? And
So
I'm really thankful for it because I've been reading
it's so
stuff
crazy.
saying that people are starting to get tired of, like, people our age want to see, and teenagers, like I think the age range was
Hmm.
like whatever, 14 to 25, whatever, was saying like, or 18 to 25 might have been it, was saying like they're tired of everything being TVMA and like everything being
Yeah.
overly
The director
whatever.
of Mean Girls, like this was the OG, dude. Like this girl, she was in Mako Mermaids.
Guys, this
Don't
does
give
not
me
look.
MA.
Okay, this is so funny. Like so obviously book because Rose
Mako Mermaids,
Hathaway
okay. Wait, what happened?
is the main girl's name is Rose Hathaway. And that's just
Mhm.
the most Wattpad name I've ever heard, and I love it. Um,
I loved
that's
it.
funny. I wonder if this is the same thing,
I
actually.
liked the show. I thought the show
No, it
was
is.
good.
It's the same. It's a
Or the
remake.
movie was good. I remember
That's
loving the book,
crazy.
but I went through like the whole book phase of like the Vampire Academy. We went through Twilight. It's not vampires, but beautiful creatures. Love beautiful
Ooh,
creatures.
Elena Spaney. Shout out Elena Dean. Loves that book and
Yeah.
movie too.
I think we saw the movie
I
together.
think, and it's the guy that is Han
I don't know
Solo.
about that.
And
Elena texts me if that's true or not. Um,
she always texts us when she's listening to it, which is funny because she'll be like, "Guys, you meant to talk about this person. You were talking about this person, but you meant this person." And we're like, "Oh, it's so funny." Elena needs to screen these episodes before we post.
you know, like little pop-ups of Elena being like, they mean this person.
Yeah, we have Elena edit them. So she's
Yeah.
like, "So what actually they were talking about was this, but they meant that they meant this." And
Well,
the
it was so
character
funny
in the actual
earlier.
name is this.
It was so funny earlier because she texted uh randomly just Haley Seinfeld guys. There you go. LOL. I'm listening to her right now. Like because we eventually figured out who it was. And so it's
So we
like
say it
here you
eventually,
go,
but it's really
Bucko.
funny.
But I like how we were talking about a vampire book and now it just led to vampires. Okay, well guys, we didn't do any spoilers for this episode, so you guys can go read
Yeah.
it still and love every minute of its
It's funny and fun, and if you
fun
like a silly, goofy novel and you just want like a quick fun
vampire
one, this one's
werewolves. If
great.
you love a fun Twilight-esque thing, go for it. Yeah, and we'll see you guys next week
And
for
if you don't, that's fine, and you can post your review how you don't like it. Just don't follow up your review with "Don't be mad at me," and then you'll be great.
yeah. Okay, guys, love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.